How's it going, everyone? It's Josh here with America Wilderness. Today I'm joined with Nate here at the Volo Bog in our hometown in northern Illinois to shoot the second part of our question and answer video. The first part was the announcement, where we asked you guys to comment in the comment section, and we got about 16 or 17 comments, I think. So we're going to do our best to answer most of them, and let's get right into it. So the first question is from Yo Adrian. He actually asked two questions. He asked top 3 favorite knives and what made us get into YouTube. So I'll let you take that one first.
Okay, so really what made us get into YouTube, we were always really into the outdoors, into the wilderness, into wildlife and stuff like that. I've always watched wildlife documentaries, and we just recently started to see a lot of videos on YouTube dealing with bushcraft, dealing with gear reviews, and some wildlife videos too. So we thought that maybe we could add to the wealth of videos that are already on YouTube with our own skills and our own interests really within doing outdoor stuff. So we got a camera, got outside and started filming, and I mean, we've been doing this for over a year. This Q&A video is really like a celebration of being around for a year, and hopefully we can keep doing this. We really enjoy it thus far. We've had a lot of fun doing it, just being outside and documenting all the stuff we would normally be doing. So yeah, we've had a lot of fun, and we've gotten into it because we're just translating what we really love doing into YouTube.
Yeah. And for the top 3 knives question, I'm assuming you mean more bushcrafty, survival type knives. And for that, I'm going to go with, in no particular order, the Condor Hudson Bay, the Condor Nesmic, and the Mora Bushcraft Black. Alright, the next question we have is from Smet Logic. He asks, if you could herp with any YouTube herper, who would it be? Seriously though, if you could herp with anyone in the US, or herp anywhere in the US, where would it be? So who it would be is probably the YouTube herper that I think both of us has watched the longest. It's kind of what got us interested in the YouTube herping community, and that is Wes James. He hasn't uploaded in a while, but he has some very educational videos on all sorts of snakes and, you know, amphibians, reptiles, animals like that. So they're really entertaining, educational videos, and I recommend you go check them out.
Yeah, we could link them in the description.
Yeah.
Because you could probably search that on YouTube, but we'll have it in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, he hasn't uploaded in a while, but yeah, we really enjoy his videos. And in terms of the second part of that question, where would we herp if we could herp anywhere in the U.S.? And I think across the board, that would be Florida, South Florida, Everglades area. It's just such a huge diversity of all the stuff we want to see, snakes and lizards and turtles, but also, you know, crocodilians, alligators and crocodiles, stuff that we don't have around here, obviously. So yeah, that would be so much fun to go down to South Florida. I think that's our number one choice.
Yeah. All right, everyone, the next question we have is from Jonathan Lopez. Were you guys Boy Scouts? You weren't a Boy Scout.
I was not a Boy Scout.
Me and my brother Brad, the cameraman, were both Boy Scouts. We did it for a few years. We're not anymore. Kind of just grew away from it. But yeah, so Brad and I were Boy Scouts. The question after that is by Zach LV. Can you do another stealth overnight video? And we actually did. It's not a stealth overnighter, but it's just a regular bushcraft overnighter. And that's up on the channel right now. It's in 3 different parts. You can go check that out. Next question is by 7 Ready. Hi guys, how did you create your cool intro? That was
that was all Brad.
Yeah.
He's our editor, filmer, videographer, and
director.
Yeah, he edits using Adobe Premiere Pro, I believe.
Yeah, all the behind the scenes is all the editing, anything like that. That's all Brad. So
thumbnails, all that stuff.
Yeah,
so,
if you have any questions about programs or things like that, go ahead and comment, and we'll be sure to get back to you.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
All right, next question we have is from Amazing Mojo 2567. If you had $5,000, what knife would you buy, and why? Honestly, I have no idea what knife I'll buy. I don't know of any knives that are even close to that price, and if they are, I don't think I want to take it out in the woods and use it. I'd probably just buy a lot of the handmade knives by blacksmiths. Maybe a LT Wright knife, a Primal Edge, just solid bushcrafting knives that run around $300. I'd get a bunch of those and just add those to my sort of arsenal of bushcrafting tools and just use those. So that's that question. I'm not gonna buy a $5,000 knife.
I'm not sure if they sell them.
Yeah. Next question is great video by BHG Survival. What type of videos are you going to be doing in the future?
Well, obviously we have some really cool wildlife videos coming up. We've announced it a little bit. We haven't really gone into exactly what the series is going to be about, and you will see that in the coming months.
Mm-hmm.
We did a lot of filming down in Southern Illinois, just to find wildlife, because that's the sort of videos we want to start getting into. I mean, we'll still do gear reviews, still do bushcraft and stuff like that, but definitely something you can look forward to is wildlife, wild animal type videos. Yeah,
so keep an eye out for a video that kind of goes over that stuff. All right, the next question we have is, hey, Nate and Josh, I'm new to y'all's channel and have enjoyed very much so far. My question for the both of you is, who or what inspired you towards the fine art of bushcraft? Well, you're not really. He's more the.
I am more of the wildlife naturalist type, but if anyone inspired me, it was these two guys that I've been working with for a while.
Yeah, and
out in the field. They've pretty much taught me all the skills, but I mean, I'm sure you guys have some people to inspire you.
Yeah, what inspired my brother and I is, for the most part, just our dad and our grandparents, anyone that would take us camping or into the woods when we were young, and then from that kind of branched out into more the fine art of bushcraft as opposed to just camping. And we kind of got into it before we found any specific YouTuber that we watched or any survival shows that we liked. It was, I don't know, more just kind of our family and just being out in the woods by ourselves. But a bushcraft YouTuber that I will watch now that I enjoy the videos is Scramble Though. Is a big YouTuber that I watch. He will be linked in the description down below. He is a kind of learning to do bushcraft and stuff, and it's kind of fun to learn alongside YouTubers like him and learn with him, maybe comment and teach him something. It's really fun to get involved with the community and learn from each other. So the next question we have is from Raincoat. Would you in the future make a survival type video like Bear Grylls?
Like Bear Grylls.
Like Bear Grylls. Most likely not do a survival type video like Bear Grylls, because I personally don't enjoy any of his shows, but we have something coming up. I'm not going to tell you guys too much about it that does involve survival and maybe more of a long-term type scenario, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, that should be coming in the next year or so keep an eye out. All right, the next question we have is from Daniel Olivia. It's, what do you think about the Bear Grylls hatchet? Next question is from BlackBear147. He's got a few. What got you into the wilderness survival and the other stuff you do? We answered that already. How long have you been doing it? We kind of answered that since we were kids. And what would be a good and cheapish knife for someone starting out? And for a beginning knife for survival, I'd always recommend a Mora. Personally, I'd go with a Mora Bushcraft. That's a little bit more expensive. That's about $50, I think. If you go with a more robust or Mora Companion, they're about, I think, $15. And they'll hold up. I've been using one for, I think, like 2 years now. I've been beating on it, and it's held up fine. They take an edge well. Most of them are Scandinavian ground, so they're great for working with wood. And they're inexpensive on Amazon is where I usually get mine. So that's what I'm going to recommend for a beginner starting off. Next question is, what special pieces of gear would you suggest for Midwest camping, bushcraft, etc.? Well, for Midwest, I'd special pieces of gear, something for the cold, for sure, because it gets pretty frigid here. Not compared to certain places like Alaska. We're gonna sound like kind of babies talking about how cold it gets, but
it depends on where you're on the Midwest too, because if you're in northern Minnesota, it's a little different than if you're in southern Illinois. But definitely, because we're in such a temperate climate, it gets really cold, and even in spring and fall, you don't think it gets as cold as it does at night, especially if you are new to camping. You don't spend a lot of time outside at night, so in my experience, it's always more cold than you think it's going to be.
Yeah, so I definitely recommend either a really nice, like negative 20 degrees sleeping bag, 'cause that's
It'll keep you nice.
that's about how cold it gets, or just a wool hat, wool scarf, something like that, because it gets pretty chilly here. Geese flying over. Yeah, the geese. All right, the next question we have is from Big Spat. The one before that was from Wild Michigan. Forgot to say that. But from Big Spat is, when's your favorite time of year to camp? For me personally, it's autumn or fall.
Yeah.
Just because if you are going to do more primitive, you have a lot of the leaves to work with for making roofing or something like that. And also, a lot of wild edibles are still out. Spring, a lot of them are still bitter. So fall is a good time to get a lot of those, especially cattail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it's autumn for you too, right?
Yeah, autumn for me. Also just because I love being outside in the fall, and it's just I prefer the cold. It being warm, and even though in spring, it's often very wet in spring,
Mm-hmm.
and it's better for camping because it's drier in the fall. So at least in this part of the country, that's where
Also, ticks die down in the fall compared to
absolutely.
spring,
and just insects in general, mosquitoes and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, so the last question we got was, nope, never mind. That's all the questions. We have the one from the Muffin Man, but we're not going to answer that. All right, everyone, that was all the questions we got. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I think we're at like 1,100.
Yeah, at the time of filming this video. Hopefully we'll get it up soon afterward. But also thank you to everybody who commented, asked questions, and if you have any more questions, or if you didn't get a chance to ask us there, you can obviously ask on this video, and we'll get back to you. Maybe not in video form, but also you could go on our Facebook, on our Twitter, Instagram, whatever. We have all that stuff on the channel. So if you have any questions for us at all, any recommendations, if you want to hear what we have to say about that, go for it. We're always happy to answer questions on our videos, and always happy to get you guys the best possible information that we can. So thanks for watching this video. I'm Nate with American Wilderness. This is Josh. We'll see you guys next time.